This is another day. Yeah, another day, guys. And this is a continuation of the previous video I did at the hospital. Now I'm back home. I'm in the house. I'm in my room. Yeah, I'm in the house. And I'm just recovering from I'm still recovering from the miscarriage that I had. It was a twin pregnancy. So the first one, I miscarried the first one when I was rushed to the hospital on the 25th of October. Yes, I miscarried the first one that day, and they were trying to, stop the bleeding, stop me from bleeding, and then they asked me to go to scan. And then when I went to scan, the scan said that the second baby is still breathing, is still very okay. So they were now trying to stop the bleeding, stop me from bleeding, because I was seriously bleeding. So while they were trying to manage me, trying to stop the bleeding, every day of staying in that hospital, I keep on having a serious contraction. Like every day I'm having I undergo a very terrible contraction, a very terrible pain. You know what I went through, guys. What this type of miscarriage, like, since this is my fourth pregnancy, and all my life I have not had a miscarriage before. This is my first experience. I normally hear people say I miscarried a baby, I had a miscarriage, but this one, honestly speaking, guys, this experience is a very terrible one, a very bad experience for me, because I have not experienced it before. This is my first time of experiencing miscarriage, you know, and I don't pray for any of my enemies to experience it. It's so painful, so emotional, so traumatic. I went through hell. Can you imagine every day I'm going through going through contraction. Every day I'm going through contractions. Like, the contraction is very, very severe, a very severe pain. Like, I can imagine when I'm in labor, during the labor of my three kids. At least, if, for example, if this was to give birth, like if I was to give birth to a baby, it would have been better for me. Like, I would know that I'm going through this pain, like, just to go through it and then deliver my baby and then regain myself. But this one, every day I undergo contraction. Every day I undergo contraction because of the remaining fetus, the remaining baby. Every day I undergo contraction. I don't know why it's happening. Every day I undergo contraction. Every day I undergo contraction. And then they will give me this pain relief injection, and then all of a sudden it will subside, and that will be all for that day. And then the next day it will start again. Like, I went through hell. Every day I cry, I go through pains. It keep on happening until after a week and I think, yeah, after a week plus a week and a day. Or should I say, yes, a week and a day. Yes, a week plus a week and 1 day. The remaining baby, just the water that is keeping the fetus in the womb, just broke all of a sudden. And then that was how I went through another contractions. And then the baby, when the water broke, they rushed me to the theater. They were trying to, because the doctor was saying that if they should keep on managing me and I keep on bleeding like this, they keep on trying to quench the bleeding and the bleeding did not stop, that they will have no option than to terminate the pregnancy. And then me, I was trying to hold on to the baby. Since I'm still feeling the movement of the baby, I'm still feeling the movement. I was just feeling guilty of terminating the pregnancy and killing. For me, I feel like mothering a child. I just feel like he's a mother. So I feel guilty of doing the abortion. So I was trying to make him understand that he can still give me, that there is still hope. Since the baby is still breathing, the heartbeat is still okay. And the doctor is trying to tell me that I'm going down every day. I'm slimming down, I'm going down, I'm losing blood and water, and then pains every day. It's better they just terminate the pregnancy and then let me just get myself. And I can't just bring myself to doing that evacuation. It was just too much for me until that very day. The water just broke on its own, and then they rushed me to the theater, and then they were trying to give me 800 grams. According to the doctor, he said that I was asking him the evacuation, how does it happen, how does it, like I've not undergone evacuation before. So, and he started explaining that he will put 800 milligram of this what's it called, that one tablet like that, 4 of it, 800 milligram into my vagina, and then the contraction, it will make the contraction to be more stronger. I said no, already I'm going through enough pain. If the baby should come out, this pain alone will make the baby to come out. I was trying to let him know that I'm already in enough pain for the baby to come out, in enough contraction pain for the baby to come out. I don't need more of that contraction pills or whatever. We were still there arguing about it. And then before I knew it, the doctor, I was trying to tell him, I tried to call his attention that he should watch, that the baby is about to go. Just like that, miraculously, he was trying to force the pill out of my vagina, and me resisting it. Not up to 10 minutes of the argument, I don't want the pills, I know all of that. The baby just came out, the fetus just came out on his own. And then he said he will still have to insert it so that the contraction can bring out I will still have more contraction to bring out the placenta, because the baby has already formed a placenta. The fetus have already formed a placenta. I said no, don't worry. The same way the fetus came out, the placenta will also come out. After like a minute, the placenta just came out. And then he said, okay, thank God, since at least now everything is out. I don't need so they started cleaning me up, In fact, I just thank God, before the day that the remaining fetus came out, because of the way the doctor was on my neck, and madam, let's just do this for you, let's just do this evacuation and let you come back to your normal self. You are going down, you are losing blood and water and pains, and also I'm having this severe headache every moment, whenever it just starts like this, my temperature will just go high. They will be like, what type of a thing, to a point that they have to refer me. Doctor now said, if I am resisting evacuation, that they will have no option than to refer me to another hospital, because they can't manage me anymore. I'm going down. Let something not just happen to me here, and then they will be the one they will be responsible for it, or they will be the one to answer for it. They were just like getting me more scared. And I just have to pray. I'm a Christian. I just prayed. I just prayed. At that moment, I don't just know what to do anymore. I just started praying. I said, God, let your will be done. If it is your will that this baby will stay, so be it then. But if it is not your will, let this baby, let your will be done. That was just my prayer. That was the prayer I made, And then before evening, that day was on Sunday, before evening, around 9 o'clock, the doctor came again because I was now having a fast heartbeat. I was having a fast heartbeat, and the bleeding I'm having up until the baby left, I was still having bleeding. The bleeding, this type of bleeding is the type that if I just stand up to just go to wee or to just enter the toilet to pee, before you know it, I'll start seeing all this. When I pee, I will see all these thick blood clots. It's not just a minor bleeding. And then sometimes if I put pad, the bleeding will just quench. The pad will just come out when I want to change when I feel like let me go and pee and then change the pad again. When I go to the toilet, I will just see a little stain on the pad. And then when I change it and then put a fresh pad and then go back to my bed and lie down, before I know it, I'll start bleeding heavily again. So the bleeding is one kind complicated. I can't just tell. The whole thing was just mysterious to me. I have no choice than to pray. I was calling upon God, praying, singing. I said, God, you are my only hope at this point, because my temperature is always high. I'm always having this headache. Oh God, I just thank God for my life. And the doctors, they were just on my neck. Let's just do this evacuation and let you just come back to yourself. At least let you just have rest. Another one will come. They were just consoling me and then trying to make me understand the reason why that evacuation should be done. In fact, but because of the movement of the baby I'm having, the fetus, the movement, I can't just bring myself to, doing this evacuation. I was just having this hope that it will stay. Since the scanner said that the the fetus heartbeat is still okay, the baby is still fine, I was just like having this hope that it will survive. But after everything, the will of God happened. The remaining fetus, I lost the remaining fetus. So, but I still give God all the praise. I still give God all the thanks. After all, Bible said we should, in all situations, we should give thanks to God. So I still thank God for everything. Despite all the pains, all the contractions, all the bleeding, everything I went through, I still lost the twin. But at least as I still have myself, my life, and then my remaining kids. So what for? Although whenever I remember, I feel depressed. I won't lie. I feel depressed, I just feel sorry for myself. The whole thing just, I don't know, but I just thank God for my life. At least I'm alive. Thank God for myself and my life and for my remaining kids. I know someday God will still put a smile on my face. He will still restore what I have lost, as He has promised that He will restore what we have lost. So I'm still holding on to the promise of God that one day God will restore what I have lost. Yes, I still believe God. So guys, this is my story. This is my story. I'm still recovering. I could have posted this video a long time, last week that I came back from the hospital. I didn't just came back from the hospital. I came back last week, Tuesday. Yes, last week Tuesday. I came back last week Tuesday from the hospital. But I'm just like giving myself more time to heal from the miscarriage. That is why this video is coming up late. Okay? So bear with me. If you watch my previous video, I think the my recipe, yes, I didn't upload that one. I just uploaded that video. Yeah, I think I just uploaded that video. So if you watch that video, I think you will see my pregnancy bump on that video. I think it showed a little. It was 14 weeks pregnancy. Yeah, 14 weeks pregnancy, and I've been waiting for a long time. I've been waiting for at least let the pregnancy reach like 20 weeks so that I can do the pregnancy announcement. But because of the miscarriage, the way everything just happened, I have no option than to come here and share with you guys what I went through and what has been going on. So guys, bear with me, okay?